Hi there, my name's Craig Taylor. I'm a Solutions Architect here at HT2. Throughout 2016, I am designing and facilitating a year-long massive open online course or MOOC. Each month of the year, we're looking at a different tool, technology, platform, emerging idea that we think people who work in an L&D position should be starting to consider and should be keeping an eye on. At the end of each of those levels or subject areas or months, I post a short reflection video, as I'm doing now, just to think back over some of the things that have happened in the past month. Perhaps I'm reflecting on a design decision that went right or wrong. Perhaps I'm reflecting on the actual subject matter itself and what I think about it. So far this year, we've looked at specific tools and technologies, artificial intelligence, wearables, proximity beacons, augmented reality, virtual reality. However, in June of this year, halfway through the year, I decided to do something a little different. I decided to take a step back from looking at a specific tool or technology, and I decided to focus people's attention towards research around learning and development. Not a specific approach, not a specific tool or technology. Maybe some of the research had nothing to do with technology. Now, I was a little bit reticent, a little bit nervous about doing this. And the reason I was nervous was because we'd marketed this course as being about technology. I'd marketed this course about being what's going to be the next big thing, or what already is the next big thing, but we're perhaps not focusing on it. So I was a little bit wary that I might upset people by doing this because I was going off piste a little. I wasn't quite covering what I said we were going to cover. As it turns out, I had no reason whatsoever to be afraid of that or to be nervous about that. The feedback that we've had from people has been fantastic. People really appreciated being taken kind of out of what they were expecting and given a more holistic approach and a more holistic perspective on research. Every single person that's been in that level has commented that they found something in there that they weren't aware of or something that they needed to be reminded of, and lots of people have said, I'm going to go away and share that. I'm going to use that as a catalyst for talking to people about how we can do things differently. So I think it's fair to say that my nervousness was misplaced and that it worked. And that's my reflective point really, is sometimes we do things and we know that it's going to work, or we know that it fits very nicely with what we're trying to achieve. Other times we go a little bit on gut feeling and we're not sure, and there's no of nervousness around it. And sometimes that goes horribly, horribly wrong. I know, because I've been there. And sometimes it works well, and sometimes it goes right because I'm there at the moment, at the end of this research level. So that's just what I want to reflect on really, was sometimes we take risks and they go wrong, and sometimes we take risks and they go right. Just to give you an insight into what's happening in the future, this level has worked so well. There's been such a passion for people to learn a little bit more about the research that's out there and have a conversation about it, rather than it just being, here's a research report, go and read it. We've actually constructed this so there'll be a conversation around it. The feedback's been so positive that what we've decided to do is to design, plan, facilitate a MOOC for later in the year, probably Q3, that will focus very specifically on some research that our friends up at Good Practice up in Edinburgh, in Scotland in the UK, have been working on for about the past 12 months or so. So we're going to have a MOOC that looks solely at research, and some really interesting and quite modern research about the way that our managers in our businesses deal with problems and solve problems and how they learn. Because of course, if we can get them on side with what we're doing, we're on to a really big win with other people. So keep your eyes peeled for information about that. If you look in the description box below this video, you'll see a link to be able to take you through and enroll on that course nice and early. Thanks for watching.